Yeah, I think it got 1K.
Yeah, which is pretty big for one. It's pretty big for a long format video, especially on this channel. I've noticed like people usually, the radical fans will watch, but the casual fans usually don't watch the long interviews, which is interesting because you'd think they'd want to watch an interview with some of the top pros and the top NPC competitors. You think
Something
that's
different, I guess.
Yeah, you'd think that's what they'd want to watch, but they're more interested in the like the desktop bodybuilding type videos where it's like, or what do you call it? Like I call it the bodybuilding today. Like that's what I call the series where I just cover like what I saw that was interesting today.
He
And
does really good work,
I love, yeah, Xavier's stuff in
Xavier.
the thumbnails. Oh my God. I was kind of looking at his thumbnails, trying to see like how I could improve mine, but still
Right.
kind of keeping my own creativity to it.
I
But like
never
his,
paid
or,
attention to thumbnails, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But hey, if you can make that your thing,
I I have I'll send you something I'm working
like,
on.
yeah, desktop when he began, I mean, he just, I was, right here, and he started years, like 2 years after I did,
Hmm.
and he leapfrogged where I was.
Right.
But then I
Yeah.
actually gained some momentum, and I almost caught up to him. I'm at 22. He's at 28, something
I
like that.
saw that. I saw that you guys were close, and I couldn't remember when Xavier or when desktop started. But I know that you've been doing it for a minute.
He started, recently.
Yeah.
Basically, he became what he was pretty quick.
Hmm. Yeah. And what do you think the reason behind that is?
He already he competed bodybuilding.
Mm.
He's got the knowledge,
He has the
and
knowledge.
he does a lot of hard work to get interviews. Hey, he's got interviews with Brandon Curry, for goodness sakes.
Hmm. Brandon Curry, William Bonac.
Yeah.
I think that's like huge to get people like that to come on um, relatively smaller channels. Yeah, I love watching his stuff. He's one of the few people. I mean, you desktop bodybuilding, Fuad, obviously. I binge the crap out of Fuad stuff. Um, and then some. It's a hit or miss with the RX Muscle with Dave. Um,
Well, that's the thing about Dave. He puts an array.
yeah, he has like a wide
Sometimes
range.
I'm in the mood to just hear him and Lee talk.
Yep.
So I'll just put on whatever,
Yeah. Like
something 45 minutes long that
yeah, just some
Dave and
white
Lee
noise.
talking. Yeah.
Just yeah, sometimes they'll say something funny to catch your attention.
Well, Dave will tell him about somebody that's doing something that's going to irritate Dave or irritate Lee.
Yep.
Lee will come back. He'll call them the worst names you could ever hear of, and Dave will pretend to tell him, don't say that, don't say that.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Yep.
he's laughing his head off. He
Mm,
thinks it's funny too.
yeah. He's got to play that like I don't even what's the
Moderator,
moderator,
moderator.
yeah, and then like leads the heel or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy his content. There was a time where with RX and with Dave, uh it felt like it was getting like out of touch with like modern bodybuilding. But I've noticed that recently they brought in some like younger people that kind of have their finger on the pulse of bodybuilding.
Ooh, they had a good interview.
Hmm.
Did you
Which one was
see the
that?
the three? I haven't. I've watched. I just started it. It takes me a while. I will watch these long interviews, but I want to pay attention to them. So,
Hmm.
Ian Valier,
Okay.
Hakeem,
Hmm.
and Hunter.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that
The,
was
th- the three guys that are going to be
yeah.
vying to. I think though that chunk of men will be leapfrogging over perhaps Bonax.
Wow.
What do you think?
That's a bold prediction. Um,
Bonac did not impress me at the Olympia.
yeah.
No,
You think he was off or
he just
just
he. I think since even the Arnold that he won, he
Mhm.
started to lose mass, maybe in the wheels.
Really? Okay.
Mass. I think
In the
like
legs?
if you quickly look at year before, or a couple of years before, you can see he just seems to have more size, more impact in his physique.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I'll put it up on the screen for people watching.
In particular, the legs, I feel they just lost mass.
Okay.
There's Arnold Classic Australia, I believe it was.
2018,
legs were massive.
2019,
19 maybe.
Because he plays second behind Brandon in 19.
Yeah, and then he looked awesome too.
Yeah.
I think he maybe should have won, but it's debatable between those two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's aesthetics versus you look at the calves, and it's no question.
Well, if shows were judged by the calves, we'd have.
I think wheels altogether, though.
Yeah.
Wheels altogether. Bonak's got top 10 glutes, hams.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not quads, but hams, glutes, calves, and Brendan Curry's, all three of those are his weakest points. So if you look at it in that aspect, it's a no-brainer. And back itself, Bonak's got a great back.
Bonak has a great back, very wide.
Curry's is good too.
Curry's is, it's good. Obviously,
the judges like it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, I'll put comparisons up for everybody watching, just so they have an idea. But like, I just been binging this stuff lately. With Brandon's, it's the insertions, the lat insertions are a little higher in the back double, but the sweep on the rear lat spread or the back lat spread is comparable to Bonak's, with the only caveat being when I look at Bonak's back double and back lat spread, it's the pure width in the shield of the lat spread, I think, is better. So he beats. It's hard to say. It's hard to say like, oh, he beats him out on these shots. But I mean, if they stood on stage at the Arnold in 3 weeks, if Brandon was there,
Brandon will not be there.
No,
right?
No. He's won the Olympia. He's probably never going to do an Arnold again.
That's just it. Yeah. Why?
Well, that's a whole nother thing. Like in the 90s, I'm sure you're a lot more familiar with it than I am, but like with the European tours in the all those the Grand Prix circuits that they did in the 90s and the early 2000s, like people would compete after the Olympia, 5, 6, 7 shows. But lately it's once you qualify, okay, I'm shutting it down. I don't want to ruin my hype. And that's just how it is.
Heading into the Olympia, you mean?
Or just in general, like as soon as someone wins a show, they usually shut it down.
So you're saying what Ian Valliere is doing is not the norm. Not the norm. Well, but it's working for him.
Here's the thing. Go ahead.
I was just going to say he rises to the occasion.
Yes.
He seems to, and it seems to be working. He'll compete and compete again then.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with peaking, I mean, I haven't really been to like that echelons of competing yet, but if I were to have done, back-to-back shows, which I might actually do this year, when you do a show and you peak for that show, you're either going to hit it or you're going to miss it. If you miss it, you might have peaked before or you didn't peak at all. So you could roll into another week, do a show that next weekend, and probably even peak if you've already, or if you didn't hit that peak.
I think it's utterly ridiculous for an up-and-comer like the Ians, all these guys. I think it's utterly ridiculous not to use that package that you work for. It's not going to go away. You can maintain it for a little while.
Right.
Why would you not use it? Yep. I can see the top 3, 4 Olympians. They don't want to lose during these shows, right? Because they can. Look what happened to Rolly.
Yeah, he has no hype coming into this Arnold.
See, Sean Ray protected his placings that way by not competing through the 90s. He might have competed once at some show. At an Ironman, I think he competed once. And he lost to a few guys. He lost to a Paul Dillette. But he knew he had that Olympia, at least Olympia politics, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think...
And he was not nervous for an Olympia.
Yeah.
Whereas he could look around and see these guys coming into the Olympia just shaking. Whereas he's been doing this since the 80s. I competed against Lee Haney, Dorian Yates.
Right.
This is another walk in the park.
he's been there. He's definitely been on stage a
Exactly.
lot, like
Exactly.
someone like a Dexter Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I don't know if I'd really want to put them in the same category, because
sure.
the best Sean's ever competed is second at the Olympia, and he's never repeated a second. He hit a
He hit
second.
second twice. He did
Oh,
it
did he?
twice.
Okay, behind Yates, and was it Yates twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
94, 96.
Okay.
96, 94.
Okay. And then
those are arguably his two best.
right. Well, I mean, yeah, second at the Olympia. That's
well, 97 he did great.
Mhm.
Placings maybe not so much, but
the package.
Oh yeah, looked outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying like how great of a bodybuilder historically he was or is. Yeah.
He was hanging on to the posing when that still meant something.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean Ronnie Coleman, I guess, kind of
butchered it.
Hey,
Ronnie had fun though. Like he'd get up on stage and he'd have all his outfits and stuff.
Ronnie Coleman can put together a routine. Watch the 98 posing routine.
Yeah, 98.
Flawless.
I'll check it out.
I mean, he has some gyno. I'm not saying his physique was flawless, but
no.
Pretty much besides that, he had that. Whereas 99, he might have been bigger, arguably more conditioned, but 98, he just seemed to, when you wake up and you feel good. And I just think he had something about him in 98 that was superior to 99.
That pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That pop.
But he was bigger in 99.
Yeah. Bigger isn't always better though.
No.
Yeah. No. That definitely was the tail of the tape.
He didn't have the gyno.
Yeah. In 99, he didn't have the gyno?
No.
Probably had that fixed. That's good.
I hear a lot of guys defending the Phil Heaths, saying, "Oh, Coleman had gyno, this and that." But to me, they got I believe it's from the supplements they take. A lot of them from 2000 and whatever it was, late 2000s to just up until a couple of years ago, they all had herniated belly buttons.
Oh. I've always wondered if that was from the supplementation or if that was from the training. It's
so much combination, I think, of everything, and lifting to your max as well. It's recipe for a lot of people have them. A lot of people that don't lift have them. So if you are a competitive bodybuilder, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Right.
I even have it. When I'm in like my peak seasons where I'm lifting super heavy, I can feel right in that belly button area, especially after like if I'm squatting like 3 or 4 plates or pulling like 5 or 6, I can feel it. And like I have to walk around. I have to like walk around, and people look at me funny, and they're like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Actually, I had one of the medics at my last job. She was like, "That's not just going to go away. It might not hurt, but it's still an issue." I'm like, "Oh well, I'm just going to be ignorant until it's an issue."
I know a lot of people had them. I've wrestled with a guy that had.
Yeah, especially in wrestling.
Yeah.
Probably, if you're picking somebody up for like one of those suplex things, and
I think he got it a little out of shape.
Oh.
And that's when it happened. And he was still doing his maneuvers that he would do.
Oof.
And I think that is when it happened. And after that, of course, he got in better shape. And I think the guy still wrestles.
Wow.
A lot of the guys that I wrestle with, they still do it.
That's impressive.
And I might go back maybe for a one-shot deal. That's why I never say, I laugh. A lot of my friends, they stop doing it for a few months and they make a big deal about it. They want to do a gimmick in the ring, right? They want the promoter to give them a farewell matchup. And
oh, sure.
I'm retiring from pro wrestling. And then I look at them and think, okay, you do this part-time.
Yeah.
Like I was never a pro.
Right.
So basically see these people that they play softball for, you know what I mean? For a hobby.
Yeah.
When they stop doing that, did they say they retire from
No,
playing
they just
baseball? No, they
had
just
kids
stopped.
or whatever.
They just stopped doing it. They stopped doing
Right.
it. So I think unless you're a pro, you don't make a big deal and say, I retired.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just told the promoter, I don't wrestle anymore. It was fun.
Yep.
See you, boys. Maybe I'll come back.
Turn the page.
I'll come back in a couple of years to do a one or two shot little program. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
more than that. Nothing more than that.
Make it exciting. Yeah. Yeah, like Goldberg. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but I saw on a filter or something that said that Goldberg was competing again. I was like, that's
Goldberg's
cool.
been in it for a while.
Oh,
I haven't people that I used to bug about wrestling, they'll say, "Oh, did you see Goldberg's back in wrestling?" I'll just put my hands up and say, "Man, honestly, I don't watch wrestling anymore."
Mm-hmm.
Don't mean to diss it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I mean, it was never my thing, but it's something I noticed.
Oh, when I grew up, if you grew up in my era,
mm-hmm.
you would have loved wrestling. Everything was famous. Golden Girls. Do you know who the Golden Girls are?
I know of them. I don't know anything about them.
It was an old person's show. But let me tell you what. Kids watched this, and old people watched Bart Simpson. So everybody watched everything. Everybody knew who everybody was.
Mm-hmm.
And wrestling, do you know who Hulk Hogan is, sir? They'd look at you and say, "What do you mean? Do I know who Hulk Hogan is?" Of course I know who Hulk Hogan is.
Well, back in your day, you only had like 30 channels.
Go ask somebody who if they know who the Shield is. Do you know who the Shield is?
From the TV show, The Shield?
No, the wrestling group. It's like a modern, and I don't even think that's around.
The Shield.
Shield. It was some big group of wrestlers, not very famous. Where was it? It should have been. See, if that happened in the 90s or the 80s, you know who Degeneration X is, for instance?
Of course.
There you go.
Only from their return, sadly. I didn't know the original.
Wrestling went up and down, and it consistently did that. Yeah. But then in early 2000s, they cut it off. And that's
when I started watching, I think, was when I was a kid.
They tried to go up again, where they should have went down.
Okay.
Now, I'll explain what I mean. You got to go with what the audience wants.
Right. Yep.
For a brief time. And then egos get to it as such, where these wrestlers developed that were so good that the promoters would then lean towards them. The technical wrestlers.
The ego era.
Yeah, the less of an ego. The real wrestlers would come in. Yeah. And the ratings would go down. And that's how you maintain your ups and downs. You have to bring your ratings down. You have to give a better product in sense.
Yep.
Like, say, Andre the Giant. He was a great wrestler, a performer, and, he could do the technical wrestling aspect of it. And there was Bruno Sammartino. Those guys were around in the 60s. Now, that was a show. Yeah. They're big giants. And then after that, they leaned towards the technical wrestling aspect of it. You had your, oh gosh darn it, Bob Backlund's, things of that nature, and the ratings. Like I said, they went down, but it produced some quality wrestlers. There were some quality wrestlers in that era. Iron Sheik, guys like that.
Yeah.
And then they went up, and boy, did they go up. Because Hulk Hogan took the ring.
Right.
Ratings, everything. And then, like everything, you have to take it and ride it down.
Yep.
Ultimate Warrior, guys like that. And then they went down to the Bret Harts, the Shawn Michaels. The technical wrestlers took the ring. And like everything else, ratings went down. But produce some quality wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
And then it went back up again, like it should have. Stone Cold, The Rock, Wrestling was hot in the late 90s. It went back up. It did the same thing. Arguably, Stone Cold was just as big as Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You walk around, you walked around in the shopping malls or something in the late 90s. Half the t-shirts were Stone Cold shirts.
That's so cool.
Kids or adults wearing them.
Yeah.
Now you didn't see that as much with Hulk Hogan in the 80s because it was hard to get a hold of a Hulk Hogan t-shirt where I was from. I live in the middle of the woods, right?
Right.
There's farms everywhere you look, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I came from, just farm town. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't know nothing. Didn't know nothing. Got into wrestling because my grandma had like a TV downstairs, so I'd go down there and watch that, and like there'd always be like wrestling on Mondays and SmackDown on Fridays. Yeah, it's the only time I watched TV when I was a kid.
Yeah, you grew up in a different era.
Yeah, and nobody talked about wrestling at school. Like it was all video games. Video games.
There was about five video games out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You had Mario. No, that was I was after that. I'm not that old.
I know.
I'm not that old. I was born I just missed the 70s. I was born in 81.
Okay.
I was born in 81. So I grew up with just the tail end of Donkey Kong.
Wow.
And the Marios. So I got to see the Marios come out. And when Mario 3 came out, it was a big deal. Like every kid was, get your Mario 3, Super Mario 3. They were trying to tell you where the secrets of it were. And
yeah.
They made a movie. With Fred Savage, I think, or Ben Savage, one of the Savage boys.
Okay.
Played in the movie. Wizard, and it was at the very end of it. They all these kids did a tournament to play in this video game. The video game was Mario 3, and I think that was the unveiling of that video game.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big money-making
propaganda machine. Scam. Yeah, you never know anymore.
It's all a scam. It's all a scam.
Yeah, it's all facade. Man. Oh, it makes me think about like when I was a kid, all the wrestling I used to watch. I'd get so excited to like get down there on Monday night and just be ready.
There's one reason why it died, like I was explaining, the ups and downs. After the Stone Cold era, the Rock era, they should have went back down to the technical wrestling. And they did somewhat. There was Chris Jericho's, and I hate to say it, but Chris Benoit.
I was going to say that. Benoit, yeah. Kurt Angle.
Is just a terrible, terrible person. But what have you? Yeah. I'm talking that style, that type of wrestler, like Kurt Angle.
Yep.
But they decided to try to keep going up with these big, massive musclehead men like John Cena and Batista, and they gave them guys the helm.
Yep.
But I mean, it's not like Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero dying didn't have anything to do with that. But if you look at their careers, they were on the way out. They were on the way out.
Okay.
But I mean, there was RVD as well, Rob Van
Dam.
Yeah.
Yep.
They missed the boat on that.
Yep. He went off and did TNA, I think it was.
They gave him the belt 5, 6, 8 years later after he should have had it. With wrestling, you have to strike while the iron is hot.
Yep.
Like Ultimate Warrior back in the day, But wrestlers stick around too long nowadays.
Yes. Well, yeah, if they haven't figured something out. Yeah.
Vince would give the WWF a facelift every 6 months. People were worried about their jobs. You performed. You didn't stick around. Now they have all these, I need a contract because my back's sore. Wah. They got these groups of old 80s wrestlers that are trying to sue Vince. They've been in court for years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And some of them still wrestle for independent federations. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's Vince's fault.
Yeah.
For the schedule that he put us through.
No.
And they did wrestle 367 days a year. Trust me, it was 367. They took the plane, they went back.
Yeah. There's something to say about that, like putting your body under that much like pounding for that much. I couldn't imagine.
Some of them did take a lot. Some of them didn't take so much.
Right.
Like Hulk Hogan. I mean, the guy took abuse, but nowhere near like some of them did.
No, he wasn't like a journeyman or something. Like some of those other guys.
His size got him over.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised looking back in the day. I know we're talking about wrestling a lot, but I don't mind. Looking back on the day, like in those videos and stuff, like he wasn't like jacked like I remember. Like he was, yeah, he was like
little too smooth monsoon. Yeah, but he was huge.
Huge. Okay.
And I am gonna give him his due. He didn't know wrist lock from wrist watch.
Yeah.
There's some guys that do know everything. You're training with them. Come showtime, they're all cold and pale and dropping their water bottle. Oh man, I don't know if I can go on and shit. Hulk Hogan, you know, when his music came out, he'd do that. Everything that he did was perfect. I mean, he didn't do a whole lot, but it was done, and he would put on hour-long matches sometimes. So he was a big horse.
Wow.
You know, endurance-wise, things of that nature. You know, strength. But he didn't like to diet, obviously.
No.
I read Bret Hart's book and talked about eating on the road and stuff. To have a six-pack back then, Warrior did, and he went nuts.
Yeah.
He'd grab somebody's bag of cookies, smell it,
just
hand
smell
it back to them. Yeah.
I can't do that. I've tried it before. Just smell food like a steak. I would just smell a steak.
I don't eat red meat.
Oh yeah, true.
But yeah, if I smelled, I don't know, chicken,
like a taco,
chicken doesn't,
a really good taco.
Chicken stinks like, you know what, when it's not hot.
Oh,
I get a lot.
I don't mind cold chicken. I like cold chicken.
No, I don't mind either. But you're at work or something like that. You open up your Tupperware with broccoli and cold chicken, and you're in like I worked on a friggin' construction crew for 20 years.
Oh, sure.
All hot and sweaty, you pack into this work truck to try to eat.
Yep.
You know, all this smells probably of us, but you know, you open this up and everybody's like, "Oh, Mark, get out, put that away." Oh,
yeah. Oh, I used to unseasoned ground turkey. That was rough. I like cleared out a lunchroom one time. I pulled that out. I don't know what it smelled.
Broccoli too. Combination with broccoli is rough.
Man, I'm not looking forward to the next 10 weeks. It's so
diet wise?
Diet, yeah. Because
last year I was talking to you that day and I said I'll be glad when this diet's over.
Yeah, you were taking it serious. I was still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm only how many years do I have left to do this? I only do it once a year. Right?
You think I get on? Obviously, you thinking of getting on stage?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the fans would like it.
It's definitely not
priority.
No, it's not going up on stage. That's the only reason why I would do it.
Right.
To get up on stage.
Get that feel.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Because people would think, you know, this guy's never done bodybuilding in his life. What's he doing? Trust me, I would strut my stuff out there. I'm in front of an audience, a crowd. I'm thinking, hey, I don't even have to go through a table. I don't even have to go, you know,
right?
I don't even have to.
I just gotta stand here.
But posing when you're wrestling can be a mistake. Posing's hard. It takes a lot of endurance. You got to hold everything.
Yeah. So
when you wrestle, you got to be loose.
Oh, okay.
Almost like a fight. You got to treat it like a fight physically.
Right.
Not mentally.
Just flex right when when you grab.
Except there's no impact points.
Yeah, right.
Except, you know, chops and things like that.
Chops. Oh yeah,
that's like a
chops.
Yeah, that's like a man thing. let some woman come up and slap me in the face for saying that.
Yeah.
Hey, women can take more pain than men. Actually,
Yes,
the most famous probably wrestler that I've wrestled with, well, besides people that we've hired, you can hire ex-wrestlers, you know what I mean? Hacksaw Jim Duggan, for instance. Heard of Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Yeah, with the 2x4.
Yeah, I wrestled on the same card he did, so that was pretty cool.
But
cool. Other than that, people that we grew up with wrestling. There's a girl that I wrestle with, or that I used to wrestle with. I was leaving as she was coming in, more or less, and she wrestles all over the world now. Pretty impressive. Yeah.
There's I know I'm all over the place. The diet. So the last show I did about a month out, I was like, okay, I look lean, but like I don't look like shredded, like dry. So I talked with the posing coach that I was going to for like a free clinic once a week. And she was like, well, who's doing your diet? I'm like, nobody's doing my diet. She's like, okay, send me what you're doing. And then I send it to her. I was eating like 200 something carbs a day, like a month out. And she's like, okay, let's make this adjustment. She cut down my carbs to like 60 carbs. Yeah, like 30 carbs pre-workout, 30 carbs.
Rice.
Bro, I was eating chicken tortillas. I wasn't even doing rice.
Oh, you were eating bread.
I was eating, yeah.
Oh, it's full of gluten and stuff too, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You gotta kind of say goodbye to all that stuff. That's just me. Hey, take my advice.
I mean, I don't know anything. Like,
I practiced on myself from wrestling a few times, and sometimes I would come in a little too smooth, gorilla, because you'd read things and try it.
Yep.
And it'd be like any water depletion like that. I tried that once. Some genius. And some of them do. The bodybuilders do. They don't drink water all that day or something like that, or the day before. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
If they know what they're doing, I guess. Or like same with like sodium depletion or sodium and water manipulation. Like, it's definitely a thing, but
there's pictures of me and you can see like I'm smooth gorilla. Or I could even pass you a picture over. You could show
it. Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen.
Versus like I tried it again and again, and probably one time I did nail it the most, and I was, I didn't even really have to flex. There was veins in my lats and everything.
Wow.
And I was doing like these autograph signings in between the matches, and my wife was taking pictures. She's like, take your shirt off, because I was doing like flexes with my shirt on, and she knew because what I did with my dieting. She's like, you look today, I'm telling you, you look good. So I took my shirt off, did some flexes, and I'm no big horse or anything like that, but compared to what I look like, I think I maximized what I
that's all you can do,
I do that when I did our posing routine. So I applied the exact same method.
Nice.
And I think it's harder to get a pump now because I'm a little older. I was noticing maybe the year before last year, a little more noticeable than this year.
Okay.
I'm like, it's harder to get a pump. Keep a pump.
I wonder what that is.
Age.
Yeah.
Yep. You slow down.
Yeah. I guess I'm still coming into my peak. So.
Oh man, you looking back, if I didn't do what I did, I would regret shit. Pardon my language.
I don't know how YouTube works.
Hey, I just don't swear because it's respectful, right?
Fair. Yeah.
Nobody needs swear words.
No. Yeah, so I guess I keep coming back to the diet. Like, it's starting today, no processed foods, minus protein powder. I'm still gonna take protein powder, but it's gonna be nothing but like chicken, broccoli, egg whites, spinach.
You take the natural protein?
Natural protein?
Natural flavored. Or no artificial flavor.
Oh no, I still use artificial sweeteners and stuff. Yeah.
I switched to that.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Big
you right
difference?
now, I
I've
feel a
heard
whole
like
lot
with
better.
yeah, I've heard with like the digestive system,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
helps.
And I'm off like aspartame.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I drink.
Buble. Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael's
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. And now that I'm off all that, I will have a diet soda every once in a while,
Okay.
just to bug somebody.
How do you like the
Some
sparkling water? Because
this stuff,
I do a
this stuff.
lot of diet soda. I mean, it's not.
It's not
Yeah.
open, so I'll be doing a commercial for
There
it
you go.
here, 10 minutes or so, depending on how long the interview goes.
This episode of Bodybuilding News Network is brought to you by Boobly.
Still rocking the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. I finished mine, but yeah.
I'll be posting my the workout that I did earlier.
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm going to be posting that.
Oh,
but
I saw the back
yet.
workout.
Yeah, they want a chest workout next, but they want me to
Oh.
jump. They want me to jump off my roof first.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
Onto like a trampoline, something safe.
Boxes.
Boxes.
Yeah, you go look at my community section. I did a poll. You didn't see that?
No. The community. Okay, I'll check that out. What do you guys want to see next? That's funny.
Well, to be honest, I posted my workout after I did a poll. I said, if you guys want to see me do a workout, I'll post it if I get more than 70%. Yes.
Right.
I get 81%, so I posted it, thinking, and I even said in the video, you know, I know this is only if I got 1,000 views at the end of the day, like at the end of 3 or 4 or 5 days, whatever, after the little spike, I'll be happy. It went number 2.
Yeah,
ranked number 2.
You had like 1.8 when I watched it, and that was just after a few hours.
It's got 4,000. Can you just hold on 1 second? My cat is clawing at the door, so I got to let him out, or else he'll leave me a little kitty surprise on the floor. And we are back.
Yes.
That was my Xavier Wills. It wasn't my cat. It was my wife.
Oh.
She was
scratching
the door. I left. My friends will just come right in.
Yeah.
My pop-in guests. So I got to lock the door.
Huh. Yeah, I live on a military installation, so no one's bothered me.
I live in the middle of the woods, so your neighbors are your friends, and a lot of them are old school. They don't think of calling or anything like that. And I like that. They're good friends you can count on. Some of them I've been friends with since I'm 4 years old, right? So
wow,
you're still friends with them.
Yeah. So you're still in the same area you were raised in?
People say never live in your community that you were raised in. You should always move away.
Right.
I don't know. I love living in my own community.
Mm-hmm. I miss it. I'll be honest. Like I miss having like those childhood friends. Just, you get done with work and you go and sit around and, either have a beer or just, enjoy a fire. Like the military's been an interesting thing for me where I have to move every 3 years and make new friends, new job. It's been interesting.
Got a wife though.
I have a wife now. Yep. So she's like she's my rock. Yeah. She's honestly, she's my rock. But yeah, I've kind of mentioned it before with her. I was like, I feel like I don't have a lot of friends. And I've always wondered that, like,
so if your life was a TV show, you'd have a whole new a series or a whole new cast every season.
Yes. Every season it'd be like, oh, a whole bunch of new people, new gym partners.
Some people come into your life for 1 or 2 seasons, but then the main cast usually stays around. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, I have like one person from my childhood I still talk to. And that's just because he stays online. Everyone else is like just busy being dads and, working their whatever jobs.
Been on the Josh Staunch show since season 1.
Yes. No. Well, that's the thing. Like people online, like if somebody's online, like I don't mind talking to them and keeping up to date with them, but like the conversation has to be there. Like I'm not just gonna hit people up on their birthdays, like, hey, how you doing? Like it's just so like superficial. And
me and a guy I wrestle with, we talk pretty much every day.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's if I do wrestle again, work a program, which a promoter has been talking to me about doing. And I told him You tell them you will.
Yeah.
But you don't tell them when. You say, I'll let you know when.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me get ready. Let me put my stuff in order.
I definitely want to get my physique in order.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Bigger or?
No, I just want to look as good as you can look, I guess.
Yeah. Leaner.
At my age, I'm not looking to go run a marathon in a match. I'm not looking to do the best match of all time.
Oh, right.
I'm not looking to break my back, in other words.
Yeah.
So if I can look the part,
mm-hmm.
all the power to me.
Okay. That'd be interesting. What's so explain what your character is, or do you kind of mix up your character with like different federations?
I've been the same character since 2007.
Okay.
Before that, I was a character from late 90s till
Wow.
I changed.
Okay.
I changed.
So you've had two characters that you've kind of played?
All the while, I played another masked character.
Oh, okay.
Which was very, I would say, hilarious, humorous.
Mm-hmm.
There's interviews out there that you can watch. There's an NWA channel.
Yeah.
I guess if I could plug a channel, and NWA wrestling.
Yep.
There's some of my matches on there.
Really?
And that's where you will actually see my mask. I've shared them.
Have you? Okay. Because I know of that one.
Oh, can you hold on for just 1 second?
Yep.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bubbly Water. Cherry. It's Marx Max Muscle's favorite. What do you think?
What's their slogan? You got to be like,
it's good. You notice I didn't even drink it yet. Yeah. Yep. That's what they do. They're like,
yep. Oh my, the newscast people where they go like this, they just touch the lip.
Because there's hard stuff in there, man.
Oh yeah, it's not even real coffee.
Yeah, they don't want to plug away at that too fast. Right?
That's funny. Do you have any sponsors for your channel? Anything you rep? Just you. What's the thought process behind that?
No thought process.
You've just like you've never thought about that? Just weightlifting belts, straps, clothing, supplements.
I'm trying to get like t-shirts done
for the merch.
Yeah,
personal merch. Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to get my wife to spearhead all that.
Okay.
Because honestly, I'm so like busy with everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when I have a free time, like a free minute, I try to do something for my other two channels.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to, if you could get 3 channels all monetized.
All monetized. Yeah. My original one's almost monetized. But okay, I'll come back to that. But like I've done all my clothing, like for Iron Pride Performance and for Sanch Bodybuilding. Like every supplement brand I've been affiliated with, like I make my own clothing because it's just like, why would I pay $30 for a t-shirt that I can buy? Like I can buy a blank like this for $3. I can put the vinyl on for 50 cents. I have a massive industrial vinyl cutter. It's like 60 inches long. I got a heat press right there. I've got like 40 different colors. So it's like I can make my own stuff. But now it's to the point where like
it's hard.
Where's the time? Yeah.
To order something and have a big box full of t-shirts made for you is so much more convenient.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you're making money off it,
yes,
buy more volume.
Yep. Yeah, so, mine was just for personal use. Like I'm working on like the Bodybuilding News Network logo because I want to have something that I can wear for me. And if people want it, they'll let me know. I could do onesie, twosie orders until it becomes a bigger thing. But like for you with your audience, I mean, yeah, there's no way. Like if your wife wants to make them, yeah, outsourcing that would probably save a lot of time.
And she started my channel, by the way.
She started it.
She watched my last interview, and she realized that I didn't make mention of that. So that I probably should have, you know.
Yeah. How did that happen? She started your channel.
I am computer illiterate.
Right. Right.
I am literally, I never had a computer growing up. My first computer was when I moved out on my own. And that was years later because, you know,
Uh-huh.
you never grew up with one. You didn't need one, so you can't really afford one.
Sure.
But everybody, you know, oh, are you on Facebook? You on Facebook?
Yep. Are you on the Twitters?
All right, fine. And then I just got tired of television.
Okay.
Commercials. I couldn't stand commercials.
Yep. Yep.
So
15 minutes of TV and then 5 to 8 minutes of commercials. I hated it. It was stupid.
And now commercials pay for my
yep.
make my living. I make my living off them.
Yep.
So I don't curse them as much.
As long as they're skippable. Those auction ones, those ones are okay. The non-skippables, I hate it. If I'm watching a YouTube video and something comes on that I can't skip and it's like 10 seconds long, like my ADD is just like, why? But it's only 10 seconds. Yeah. So your wife made your channel. What made you want to, and I know this is my very first question that I had prepared for this show, probably 40 minutes in. What made you want to start recording bodybuilding content? Because you were always into bodybuilding. What made you actually get into the journalism space?
Started watching Louis.
Oh man, Louis, I forgot about him. Yeah.
And I started watching not so much Nick, but I heard about Nick and watched his videos if there was something that I was interested in. And then I started watching Tominator.
Love Tominator.
And not because he didn't have talent and not because he wasn't a superstar, but what he was doing, I thought I could do that.
Yeah.
I can't be Louis. I can't be Nick.
Yep.
He's too. And Louis, you know, he'll sing, he'll whatever. And I'm like that. If I feel like I need to say something in a video or do an impression, I'll do it.
Yeah.
If I get clicks away from it, who cares?
Right. That's not the audience you want to cultivate anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The ones that like my craziness will be the ones sticking around for.
Right. Yeah. Those are the kind of people you want in your community. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned like the difference between like someone like a Nick and somebody like a Louis, because Nick is very, because I think he had his communications major, so like he knows what he's doing. Like everything is like very methodical and structured.
He's a robot.
Edits. He's a robot. Yeah.
No, robot.
A robot.
Yeah.
What's that?
You know, robots are stronger.
Uh-huh.
He's just a little robot.
Yeah.
He does what he's told.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
He doesn't really give his whole opinion on anything.
No. Well, I think he knows.
Able to do comparisons. People, you know what I mean? People hate me because I do comparisons.
Right. Well, yeah.
Always get hated for doing comparisons.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you weren't in person to see the two athletes. Like you're always going to get hate for something. Like I get hate because people are like, "Are you blind?" I'm like, "Well, no. I'm giving you my opinion. That's what I'm doing."
But if they knew that I would, hey, I'll jump out there in front of into the fire just like they would. I might suck, but I'm willing to go through the dieting and stuff just to see a small glimpse of what they have to go through.
Right.
And as far as going out in front of an audience and trying to be your best physique every time on that day, no way. And people say like, "Oh, what happened to him? What happened to him?" You should say, "What happened to him when he looks good?"
Yeah.
What did he do
looks
here?
Flat. Yeah.
Flat. Sometimes if you're not feeling well, you can't even warm up properly.
Yeah.
Good luck getting the veins going.
Yeah. Yeah. People have I would say 80% of the bodybuilding community that watches our channels have no idea what it's like to be completely peeled on stage for more than just one show. Peeled.
Oh, ooh, don't ever say that again, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're gonna take that on me.
No.
That was better than mine. Did you guys hear that? Peeled.
I'll let you keep it.
Don't take my wow. You can have peeled, but leave my wow alone.
You do say wow a lot. What can I say? I hear that one a lot.
No, that was a good peeled.
Yeah. You guys will have to snippet that then.
You'll see a spike. You'll see a little spike there.
Yeah. Peeled. That's funny. Peeled. Yeah, there's definitely a difference between the casual, maybe like a Nick Strength and Power fan, and then someone that I feel like the kind of people that watch RX Muscle, the kind of people that watch,
excuse me again,
maybe Xavier, but Xavier's kind of in that same pool with Nick.
Exactly.
Casual fan. Well, mostly Instagram news.
They're reporters, I find.
Reporters, yeah.
And they would be able to show their face in front of pretty much every bodybuilder, because not too much is bad, are they going to say, about anybody?
Yeah, surface level stuff.
Except if Nick has a grudge against somebody, he will
burn that career to the ground.
He'll try.
He's tried a lot. That's why I stopped watching him.
Poor Phil Viz. He got outed by Greg Doucette.
Oh yeah, I don't even watch that guy. That's a whole nother thing.
You don't like Greg?
No, I knew Greg before he started doing all these personalities.
Oh, so come on, man.
Yeah, like all I can hear is just him faking his voice for like over a decade now. I'm just like, ah.
Hey, politics are politics. We don't have to discuss them. I do like him. I do like him.
He's entertaining, but like
that's me. That's me.
Yeah. That's me. I don't.
We're free to have opinions.
That's freedom. Absolutely.
Freedom.
Yeah. Yes.
You Americans love your freedom.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I know that.
And we will burn you at the stake if you ever say anything bad about our freedom.
That's why I hear these people saying, and I hate to discuss the whole Arnold thing, but I hear people saying, oh, you guys about your cancel culture. Why do you guys have to be offended by everything that everybody says? And I'm thinking, up until now, I've seen a lot of people get outed for saying pretty stupid, like, not bad things, just taken out of context. And now that a guy says something that is worth being outed, now you want us to be, forget about it. No. You don't say something like that.
Yeah.
You don't even think something like that.
Yeah.
Damn you, Arnold. Damn you.
I mean, honestly, I haven't really tried to take a stance on it, because it's like everyone wants to be patriotic and everybody wants to be like,
and how dare they challenge? I'm not taking a side whether you're gonna, do this or that side, A or B.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with A or B. Nobody should feel that. Nobody should feel that way.
Yeah. No. Taking away people's freedoms. That's
like for them to say, you're not allowed to wear a mask. You have the freedom to wear one if you want, right?
Yeah. I mean, people in Korea or Asian countries have been wearing masks. If you're not feeling well, it's
they love masks.
It's common. It's what do you call it? You're being considerate of other people around you. If you have a cold, either don't go to work or wear a mask. And that's like very common around the world. But Lord forbid in America, you're trying to save people's lives. Like they're like, hey, wear a mask. But it's getting to the point where it's like so-and-so is trying to tell me what to do and they're infringing on my rights. And I got out of politics a while ago, but every once in a while it'll root its head in our house, and my wife's more left and I'm more right. So it's like, we'll go back and forth trying to like figure out, okay, what am I misinterpreting that's making me see something so wrong? She usually always brings it around to the reasonable side. But yeah, the Arnold thing, I don't know. I mean, he's a politician at the end of the day. Do what?
He never replied. For him not to reply on that, for him not to, and still hasn't said anything. It's too late now.
Yeah.
Because he was still mad.
Yep.
he was still the way he was thinking. He was his agents or whatever probably telling him, okay, what are you going to say, Arnold? I'll tell you what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you not only damn your freedom, but, go to hell with all of you. No, you can't say that, Arnold. Well, that's what I'm going to say. And nobody's heard from him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But he had the chance to say, why don't you just, if you want to do this, do that. If you don't want to, don't do it. Everybody should just get along. Whether he thought this way or that way.
Yep.
But
cover your butt.
Leaders should talk that way and, bring everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
But
we'll see what kind of speech he's going to say at the Arnold, if he's going to be there.
I don't think they'll invite him.
You don't think so? To his own show?
Probably not.
Yeah, he probably.
They're only going to boo him. Oh, they're going to boo him.
Yeah, bodybuilding fans
in Ohio.
Yeah, red, white, and blue, baby.
No, I can't see it.
Yeah, that'd be a first, at least in a while.
Yeah, there's been a few, I think, that he didn't show up.
Yeah, because he's done like the Australias, the South of Africa.
It would be it would be a bigger deal if he's never missed one. I think it was in the 90s that he did miss a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
late 90s.
Busy guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the lineup for this year in the Open?
It's going to be a changing of the guard.
Yeah, that's what it sounds. Yeah, I could see that coming from you. Yeah. What do you think? Where do you think Bonak's going to land?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Last year, I believe Bonak could have easily placed out of that, like underneath Akeem.
Okay.
Akeem was so big.
Yeah.
Dry.
Yeah. Akeem is getting the look finally. Like the judges are seeing it.
It's all about improvement. I think the judges really love improvement.
Yes, every year.
Bonak has not shown that improvement.
Right. Where someone like a Hottie, he's improving. Someone like
has he? Maybe.
Or maybe he's just putting more synthol in. I don't know.
I liked his 99 or 2019 form.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe better than last year.
I mean, I really liked his Vancouver form. Like that was dry.
He was ready.
Yeah.
He had to just get off the plane and all that for last year's Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
And he expects his audience to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Hattie, that's part of bodybuilding, is being there, eating the foods you need to, relaxing up until that point. That's the show. That's the show.
That's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just in the gym. It's not just on stage, but everything in between.
That's the hot tickets are right at the end. You have to do these things even more,
Mm-hmm.
And he looked, glutes were soft, I think, the first day. You look at the next day and he was 10 times drier.
Yep. I think I remember that when I was covering it, because I said that he looked a little soft in prejudging.
A little too smooth, gorilla. Too smooth, monsoon.
That's a good one.
Give a cheers to Gorilla Monsoon up there in heaven. Calling matches up from heaven.
Yeah. So what do you think? Bonak in third?
No.
Lower. Wow, that's bold.
How? When you have Hattie Shupin, you have Big Ramy, you have Brandon Curry.
Arnold.
Oh.
Yep.
Bonak. He's going to probably win the show.
Yeah, I think he's the favorite. 2-time Arnold champ. He's defending because of the vacant title.
I thought we were talking Olympia.
Olympia? Oh, no. I'm trying to stay out of the Olympia conversation until we get closer.
No. Bonak's good at the Arnold. It's his show.
Oh, yeah. That is
his show. Right?
Yep.
Whereas
I would say even it's Cedric's show, but it's so later in the year. Like, And Cedric hasn't won since 2017.
Cedric.
I love Cedric.
Hey, he's a military man.
Yeah, Sergeant First Class Cedric
So you
McMillan.
gotta like him. Big, tall, strapping man like yourself.
Yeah. Senior enlisted. Yep. Taller. Wide clavicles.
You're taller than him.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm taller than most.
6'3".
Yeah.
He's 6'1", I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 6'3". I'm a 6'3" if I'm not squatting. I'm 6'2" on a normal day.
You're a little bit taller in the morning.
Yes. Yep.
You wake up in the morning.
Yep. Or after I split up my back days into upper body or vertical pulling and then bent over. So I have 2 different back days because I wanted to improve my back this off season. I would say at the end of an upper back day, I'm taller. All those pull downs.
I do my hamstrings and glutes on my trap day in the center of my back. Like those,
wow.
Those muscles. Yeah.
That's a smart way of training it. I hardly even touch my traps.
When I do a tough deadlift day without even doing shrugs, my traps are sore.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like those are your prime movers for it.
Look at deadlifters. Look at Johnny O. Jackson. What's he do all the time?
I haven't heard his
deadlifts.
Yeah.
And look at his traps.
Yep.
I forgot to put him in that video that I did, A Little Too Smooth Monsoon.
Yeah.
I just posted that video.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. No.
I mean the thumbnail. I thought you might have seen the thumbnail.
I haven't even looked at YouTube today. I did my cardio, came home, and then just started working on because I want to put out. I'm trying to do all my videos today and tomorrow, so then I have like more time in the week to spend with the wife. Because I work 8.5 hours a day. Cardio. Now that I'm 10 weeks out, it's going to be an hour and a half of my day, morning and night.
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be rough. So Bonac probably going to win the Arnold.
Who else is in it besides Ian? Ian.
So Lionel Bayeki is going to be there if he shows up in shape.
Lionel ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah. I think if he
he's one of my favorite bodybuilders.
He's
honestly,
so full and
Cedric,
bubbly.
Excuse me. And so is Cedric McMillan. Both of them 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Honestly. But
they haven't come in shape in a while.
And they never will.
Yeah.
I remember the Arnold Australia 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Cedric placed second. Do you remember that?
Behind Rolly?
Bonac.
Oh, Bonac in Australia.
Bonac beat him. No, I think they both beat Rolly at that event.
Oh, okay.
But Cedric was never on like that. That was probably his best.
Yeah.
And watch my prediction video. It's hilarious. Okay. I mean, you probably
for 2019.
But but I'm just saying, like during the prediction video, I said that this is it because I never say this for Cedric. I said he is going to come in shape, first time ever, and he did. He came in shape, and he could have easily beat Bonac there, but he didn't.
Okay.
Hamstrings were, diced.
I won't say it. Who else?
Yeah,
Steve?
It'll take less of a spike from your original peeled.
Yep. Yeah. I want to keep I want the demand for the peeled to be high. So when I say it, people will be like, yeah, confetti. Steve Kuklo making a return from the Texas Pro, the disappointment there.
Gosh darn it.
He's going to be excited.
That was the first event that I did not predict the winner for a while.
Wow.
Was Kuklo. I had Kuklo and Rolly winning. They both placed second. That was pretty close. Other than that, my prediction videos, my last like 3 or 4, I predicted the winner.
I've been shooting for the fence. I think I had Phil Klahar winning Texas, and I had
excuse me.
You good? I can't even remember who I had for.
Gives me the burps.
Yeah, the carbonation. I try to stay away from it when I'm editing, or when I'm editing. But
you used to burp a lot during your
on my personal
videos.
channel. People wanted it. People wanted it, so I left them in.
Hey, I still remember them.
Yep. People like I had people like fighting in the comment sections, like, no, please leave them in. They're hilarious. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's where you get growth, but non-growth. You'll get a little spike if you please everybody. Hey, I'm gonna please the people that made me.
Yeah.
Like Tominator not starting his videos with the Arnold thing.
Yeah. Oh.
He doesn't do it because he doesn't want to offend anybody. And it's like, no, Tominator, do it.
Yeah.
But he's so busy doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a guy right there that if he had stuck with it, even if he had just kept his foot on the gas pedal.
Right. Because I still watch his breakdowns. He is such a good breakdown.
He'd be 100,000.
Yeah.
He'd be at 100,000 right now, easy. He's at 60 something, and it's like it's not growing much because he posts once a month or something like that. But I just watched his video, the best hamstrings of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Those are good videos. I like stuff like that. When Nick was like really pushing on the gas and he was putting out videos like 4 videos a day, stuff like that, and all of his history videos, like I love that stuff.
Yeah. Nick's more about the Instagram now.
Yep. Well, yeah, whatever is going to get the most clicks. It's not really like
he's got a house to pay for, right?
Yeah, house, cars. Yeah. I mean, good for him. I'm happy that sponsors. Oh yeah, he's got like 8 different supplement sponsors per video. Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah.
I just wish he'd give more. He'd give back to the community. Like he said, he's not going to compete anymore.
He's not eager on the shout outs and stuff like that.
No.
I think, hey, shout outs are for free, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, there was plenty of situations where he should have give Xavier a shout out.
Yeah.
Where he actually used his information and he said another YouTube channel, he said, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
he just seems like a petty person.
He hit the scene and Xavier made this video about Nick not blocking him from.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that one.
It's like, come on. Is he scared that he's going to take his audience?
That's what I thought. Like, because he blocks everyone. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm blocked, and I'm like, I'm not even anybody. But I'm not afraid from voicing my opinion. Like, I don't like that he's made so much money off our community and doesn't give anything back.
See, Tominator's shouted me out a few times.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Way back when. But
you make such interesting content. Like, I don't think anyone else really does what you do. It's all fan based, historical. Like there's like Fernando on Instagram. He does stuff somewhat similar.
He's a good dude.
I love Fernando. Great guy.
He's a good dude.
There's channels like that.
He doesn't do the English is all.
Yep. I really want him to come on the channel, but like he's like, I'm sorry, I don't do the English. I'm like, but I think we talked about this last time.
Superset Man.
Yep, he's blowing up. I like his stuff
give those guys shout outs. I give those guys shout outs. And I will post their videos in the community section at first.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't continue to do that because it's not going to help them.
No.
Show my fans, watch this guy.
Yeah.
But to continue to feed them like that.
Life support. Right.
Because look at Superset Man.
Yeah.
He got his own, gets the ball rolling. And awesome.
Take that spike, take that serve and volley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we're all over the place. Where do you think Steve's gonna place? We got Steve, we have Sergio Oliva Jr. That's a dark horse. Justin Rodriguez, Ian. Ian. I love that. Nick. I mean, Nick's one of those guys where it's like
Nick's in it, isn't he? Nick is in it. He's going in to win, right?
Yes. Everything he talks about is like him to win. Yeah.
Dominating.
Yeah. He's not going, he doesn't compete at shows to get points. Yeah. He's a different breed.
I don't think anybody does.
No, no.
Because
I mean,
in bodybuilding, you don't want points,
right.
right?
Yeah, I just wonder if anyone's like realistic.
Isn't that how they do it? The less points wins.
No, that's golf, right? Oh no, on the scorecard, yeah.
Yeah,
On the scorecard, yeah.
That's how I judge it when I do it.
Oh yeah.
If you're first, you get 1 because you're first.
Mm.
If you're second, you get 2.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing like an 8-man matchup or something like that, or a 4-man.
I should probably do that instead of just because normally I'll just go like, okay, who won this shot? Person 1, they get a point, and at the end, whoever has the most points wins. I should probably do it where it's like actual judging, where everyone gets combined points.
Oh yeah, because a really bad shot doesn't deserve any points.
Yeah.
Or it deserves the most points.
Yep.
Because they say they get the lowest score. That's the winner. The winner gets the lowest score.
Like Rolly's side tricep. Like, is that even really a side tricep the way he does it?
It's a hoo-ha pose.
It's like, I don't want to do this shot because I don't like it, so I'm just gonna show you my tricep. Which,
well, he does do the he hit it to spec at the Texas.
Did he?
It sticks it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I missed it.
Pretty sure. Look at his NPC News Online.
Yeah.
Lineup of shots. I'm pretty sure he hits the.
Wow.
Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of competitors that they know what shots aren't good for them.
His gut sticks out.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah. I know I nicked. I love Phil Klahar, beautiful physique. But I think I nicked him on one shot. I think it was like the side try. He wouldn't stay in the side shot because his hamstrings look shallow, so he'd always turn into that front shot.
He's got a bigger midsection, I think, genetically.
Yeah, he's got the Dexter Jackson thing going on a little bit.
Exactly.
So hopefully he can correct that. But I mean, he's only getting better, which is crazy.
He doesn't need aesthetics to place high.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's lean.
Look at Lucas Osladell. Not the prettiest physique, but he's taken out a lot of guys.
Yeah, just grainy,
he
dry.
Consistently takes them out.
Yeah,
and people
he's always in that first
argue
call
about it. People argue about it. And what was it? The Europa Spain last year.
Oh yeah,
he was taking everybody out. Like he placed second. People were complaining, but if you see some HD footage, like they zoomed in, no comparison. Lucas, his skin was twice as thin. He's twice as conditioned as Regan.
Yep.
And the other bird there, Rafa Brandao.
Yeah.
Rafa, whatever you prefer.
I think he goes by Raf.
We're proud to feature both, or all three here at Saunch Bodybuilding. Raphael, or Rafa.
Rafa?
I've heard that, Rafa Brandao.
If we're just talking about how people mispronounce names, like I've probably called Tim Budeshim 50 different things. I probably still called it wrong.
James Hollings had James Hollings shed.
Yep, I've done that a couple of times, and I make it a point to Hollings head. Like I take my time now.
I remember one time Mikey's Strength and Fitness. Do you remember that bird?
I remember us talking about him a while ago.
He did a comparison with, I think it was Marcus Rule, and the rear lat spread that he put in the video was Branch Warren. He put
classy.
Yeah. So everybody was commenting, like everybody knew.
Yep.
So he deleted the video.
Oh, I was gonna say, hey, that's a lot of comment engagement.
No,
he's like, nope, not what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Got his channel taken away.
Yeah, again. Just the first time.
He probably will. All he posts is video footage.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
That's all he steals people's videos. It's all he ever does.
And just voices over.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I tried to help the guy, and he.
Yep, I remember.
It is what it is.
Yep. Tail of the tape. All right, so give me your top 6 for the Arnold.
I need a list.
Lionel, William Bonac, Max Charles.
On here.
Here, I'll drop it to you on Instagram. let's see here. So we've got Lionel. I sent it to you. Lionel Bayeki. Are you using your phone, aren't you?
Yeah, I can't use my computer.
Oh.
Use it.
Okay.
Right.
Lionel, William Bonac.
That's all right. I can see them all here.
Okay. Yeah. Max Charles.
You know what? I think either Walker, Akeem, or Bonac could be that first call out.
Yeah. Oh, all three of those have to be in that call out, that first call out, in my opinion.
That could be the first call out. Now, if Cedric McMillan's been training,
yep. Who knows?
But I'm not going to put any stock into that.
Yeah, I put too much stock into people that I've historically have done well, and then they
will
just
you just give me just 1 minute?
While Max steps out. So when you're looking at this first call out, especially when we're talking about the Arnold Classic, 2021 Arnold Classic, there's a lot of pieces here. It's a big show. This is tier 1. This is like the creme de la creme of shows. When you're looking at someone like, Max Charles is consistently a top 6 competitor, but all of these competitors are people that win shows. So, someone like that's probably going to fall into that second call out. Whereas when we look at someone like a Nick Walker, an Akeem Williams, Ian Valliere, Sergio Oliva, Steve Kuklo, William Bonac, all those guys could be in that top 8, top 6. But when Mark gets back here, he'll hear my prediction. But my prediction is going to be, I really want Nick to win. I think Nick has the momentum. Because I think William Bonac and Nick Walker are going to compare well. So Nick 1, William 2, Akeem 3, maybe Sergio 4, or Steve 4. Steve 4, Sergio 5, and Ian and Justin. Ian 6. Justin Rodriguez 7. I already gave my prediction, so go ahead and give your prediction.
Jeez, man, I don't know. Akeem could win this show.
Yeah.
I thought there was somebody else in it.
Like a last minute ad?
No, some like a standout. I guess Ian maybe, who's I was thinking of.
Yeah, Ian. Well, Rolly and Nick Walker got added.
Rolly, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh, Rolly.
Yeah, he's I don't know.
I think he's on the way out. Unless he makes some corrections and.
So I'm obviously going to make a prediction video.
Right. Oh, sure. Yeah.
But on the spot right now, I'll give you my prediction from the whole. I'll give you my whole list.
Ooh, okay.
Makes it fun.
Yeah.
I hate when they don't give you their,
outside the top 6.
They'll say prediction, and then they'll say, oh, he could place from 1st to 4th, and oh, he could place from 6th to 5th, and it's like, well, give us your prediction.
Mm-hmm. I catch myself sometimes doing that. I don't want to say like for sure someone's going to place 3rd or 4th.
I guess I was cursing you then. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
Sorry, bro. Gonna go with Bonac, then Akeem, then Nick.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go with Kuklo.
Okay.
Over Ian.
Yep.
Then Ian. Then we got Sergio.
Yep.
Over Cedric, and we're gonna put Cedric in there.
How do you think Justin Rodriguez would compare against them?
Against Rolly? I think I might overlook Justin.
Yeah. Rolly over Justin?
That's why you said that, isn't it?
Well, I just, because I know Justin has stood next to
Nick.
Nick.
I got Justin over Rolly.
Yeah.
Nowadays. In his day, no way. But now, yeah.
Yeah. 3 years ago,
So
Rolly was on top.
We'll say Justin, then Max, then
Okay.
Rolly.
Ooh, okay.
Did I say Sergio before Cedric?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Then I don't see Mustafa doing anything. I wish he would, but he has to be in there somewhere.
He's just really soft. He's probably one of the biggest guys on the stage. He's just
in this group. He's still gonna beat Muhammad El Imam.
Yep.
And Sang Chu Lee.
He hasn't shown the conditioning yet, so I don't want to put any money on him.
Who, Sang Chu Lee?
Yeah.
He's a distended midsection, I find.
Does he?
And he has an aesthetic physique. Oh yeah, look at him at the Olympia. His midsection.
Oh.
And he has an aesthetic physique, I find.
Yes.
So he kind of needs
Yep.
It's like a big guy not being big.
Right. He needs that RAF midsection. Yeah.
Oh, Rafa Brandao.
Yeah.
He lacks midsection muscle separation.
Ooh, separation. Okay. I guess I haven't looked at that. He's one of my favorites. The flow.
Big time. That's what he lacks, though.
Mm.
Muscle separation in the abs. Little too smooth, Monsoon. Look at Sean Ray. I mean,
yeah, he had a good midsection.
So that's the list.
That's your list. Okay. What do you guys think in the comment sections below?
You guys be kind.
Yes, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's way off. What about so and so? He's competing."
Max Charles.
Max Charles. Well, I know when you were gone, I kind of like was talking with the viewers and I was saying like, well, the thing with Max Charles is he's consistently in the first call out, but not at a tier 1 show. All these competitors are tier 1 first and second place competitors. Max Charles is a first call out, top 3, top 4 at a tier 2. Give or take. Sometimes he's on top, sometimes he's not.
See, a guy like him and Ian and guys like that, if they're on and top tier guys are off,
yes,
they can beat the meat with their structures.
Yeah,
with their structures.
Yeah,
you got
Max has crazy flow.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a big structure, better condition, you're gonna make a smaller guy that's not conditioned. He might have the muscle.
Yep.
But if he's not conditioned, he's going to look small. He's going to look flat.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Bonac.
I would be so excited if Cedric came in shape. But not going to put any money on it.
He's getting old too.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely in his 40s.
Anyway, we should wrap this up.
Yep.
Fairly soon.
No, you're good. I think
my wife's out there. She got off work early, so.
Oh, okay. Last thing. Today is the Poland Pro, NPC and Pro for the Poland Pro. Classic Physique is the only pro category I was kind of looking at. Have you looked at that at all?
No, I have not.
Okay. I don't have the scorecard with me, but I know Wesley Vissers is the favorite.
Now, this is his last chance to qualify, right?
Yep. Unless he goes to Korea.
Oh, is there another show?
Yeah, the Korea Pro, the Monster Zim. That one's 212 in Classic.
Is Wesley not at the Arnold?
Arnold, Ohio?
Yeah.
I think he is. I haven't looked at I was trying to find the Classic scorecard. I'm sure they'll let us know in the comment sections below. But yeah, I think he's gonna I think he's the shoe-in to win Poland. And if not, then just it is what it is. I know he's got a good amount of points. I don't think he's going to fly to Korea.
No.
That's pretty much like a Asian show, unless you're maybe in Kuwait and you want to fly out there.
He has a big following.
Yeah, he does.
But that can hurt you sometimes too.
Yeah, sometimes it can create a little too much hype. And then when you disappoint, it can leave a sour taste in the judges' mouths.
Judges can punish you for that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, you think you're just gonna.
And he's so good, and now look at him.
Yep.
even they're waiting to see this package that's going to blow their mind, and if they don't see that,
yeah. I don't know what they want. Like, is it like bigger quads? Like, what is it that he needs? That's all I could see on him. That maybe
he needs more impact in his physique. He needs a thicker back.
Okay, yeah. He's got really wide clavicle. High lat insertions. Structure is beautiful.
Yeah.
Tight, controlled.
Bigger triceps, bigger back.
Bigger triceps. Yeah. Yeah, people forget about that when you think about like how big your arm is. Like a lot of it's tricep.
Yep.
You're not training triceps.
Him in particular, he needs more sweep underneath.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up. I was about to go on another tangent, but let's wrap it up, man. We're unofficially sponsored by Bubbly today, so go to your local Sam's Club and check out Bubbly. Use a sponsored microphone code. Wow,
it's great.
All right, man. Mark, appreciate you coming on the channel again. Had a lot of fun with the first one. Hopefully we can keep doing these.
Anytime.
And Mark, let me know if you have any ideas, but comment sections below. Let us know what kind of name you guys want this show to be called. I don't know, two bros chilling in a hot tub. Something funny. Let me know in the comment sections below you guys want this channel or this show.
I'm pretty dark and you're pretty white. You could call it Ebony and Ivory or Ebony.
Ooh, yeah, Ebony. Like super ivory. Yeah. Any if there's any like caricature cartoon people that can draw, let us know. We'd love to see what you guys can do. But that'll do it.
I know you didn't put him in last time. Orko.
Yeah, he made it this time. He didn't make the cuts on the edit last time. I have this is the coolest thing I have. It's a trash can.
Panda.
Yes.
Panda.
Well, that'll do it for another episode on the Bodybuilding News Network, guys. I'm your host, Sanch, as well as Marx Max Muscle.
See you guys.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
All right. See you, man.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good one.
You too.